But
So everyone, welcome back to Chef Tyler's Croatian Kitchen. And today we're making the French potato.
hey everyone, welcome back to Chef Tyler's Croatian Kitchen. Today we'll be making Francuski Krumpir, or French potato. And I know it sounds like it should be pluralized there, but like the actual name of the dish is just singular French potato, despite the fact that you can see we have multiple potatoes. So why is this called French potato? And nobody knows why. This dish has existed for a long time in Croatia. This is one of the peasant dishes that everyone really loves because it is delicious, but it does have its roots in the peasantry. And it's super simple. It is just potatoes sliced thin and cooked with sour cream and egg. If you've ever had Potatoes Dauphinoise, then you know what this is like. My theory on this is that when the French under Napoleon came and conquered what is now Croatia, a lot of them were making probably Potatoes Dauphinoise, and all the Croatians were like, huh, they do that too, and then just started to call it French potato because then it sounds a lot better than it really is. I think that's the most plausible explanation, because like if you're just, you're poor, you're like a peasant, right? And you're living on the military frontier, because that's what this was way back then. You're like, oh, what are we having for dinner? It's like, oh, potatoes and eggs again? Ugh. Oh, what are we having for dinner? French potato! It's like, whoa, yeah, we're having something like really cool. Just makes it seem better, right?
I'm not sure the presence of French in anything makes it better. Hey, you're welcome.
So let's get on into the ingredients. Of course, we have potatoes. I have a starchy white potato. You really want a starchy potato because once the starch comes out while it's cooking, that'll help thicken up the sauce around it. If you want to learn more about potatoes, we have a potato episode over here. We also have 6 eggs, 4 of which I have pre-hard boiled, and they're just chilling in their ice bath right now. And the other 2 we're going to keep raw because we're going to use that for the filling. The filling will be made up also of sour cream. I'm going for the 12% fat just because I want it to be a little more liquid. Croatian sour cream is a little bit different from American sour cream. The exact reason why I'm not too sure about. So if you do know, please let me know down in the comments. So a lot of this gets pre-cooked. The pancetta I diced up and I put onto a cold pan and let it render in its own fat. You don't need to let it go all the way till it's crispy on the heat. It'll continue crisping afterward. The eggs I've hard boiled 10 minutes into already boiling water and then submerge into an ice bath when they are done. If you're making a gratin, or you see recipes for a gratin, usually they tell you to put butter along the pan before you put the potatoes in. We're just going to use the rendered pancetta. If you don't want to use pancetta, because it's totally fine to leave it out and make this a totally meatless meal, just use butter or oil to line the baking dish. And that's it. It is a really simple dish, really basic ingredients, but it will turn out amazing. I'm going to turn the oven on to 180 Celsius or 350 Fahrenheit, and then we'll start cutting the potatoes. We're going to use a mandolin, so Kailin's going to be scared.
I might quit.
Might, but she hasn't.
I don't want to be here anymore.
Do you quit?
I'm quitting.
Kailin quits, counts up.
Cailin quits!
Everyone rejoice. No, she's back. She's here.
Aww.
So I've just gone ahead and cut off the eyes from the potatoes. This also gives us a nice smooth base. We can start the cutting process. And just going to cut up all of these potatoes as much as we can. I'm also not peeling the potatoes. You totally can, and it's totally fine. But I feel like leaving them on is just better because of the nutrients. A lot of typical Croatian recipes will talk about how you need to cook the potato and then peel it, then slice it, and then put it into the oven. And I did try it, but there's no reason why you need to cook all these potatoes twice. The only reason you would really want to is so you don't cook it in the oven as long. But a lot of traditional recipes still say to do it for 45 minutes to an hour. So at this point you're cooking these potatoes for close to 2 hours. And there's no point in that. So don't do that. Just make sure you cut these thin enough and they'll be in the oven for 45 to 60 minutes. If you are low on time, you can parboil them for maybe 10 minutes, but whatever you do, do not cook cook the potatoes all the way before putting them into the oven. You're just overcooking potatoes at that point. And it's, judging by Nick's face, he knows it's not good.
It's like mashed potato.
They held together actually fairly well, but I'm like eating it, and it's just like there's no real reason for this. So here we have our baking dish, and I need
Generic gloss baking dish.
yes, and I'm just going to put not the pancetta, just the oil into, and then we'll just tilt everything around. Try to get up on the sides as well, but don't spill onto you. I don't think I need to give a reason why you shouldn't do that. Yep. And now we'll just start layering in our potatoes. You could spend the time and go one by one and layer them accordingly, or you can just throw them all in like this. It does not matter. Just all you want to do at the end, or before we put the eggs in, is just make sure you have like a relatively flat surface, because they're all just going to cook evenly together anyway. Now, if you were working at like a Michelin-starred restaurant, then yes, you do want to spend the time to make sure that all of your potatoes are nicely arranged. But when you're just cooking at home, it doesn't make so much of a difference. It makes no difference actually. It is literally just for presentation. I guess we all know how we feel about presentation here.
For reference, the Frenchman in the audience is having a conniption as we speak.
And there's a reason he's off camera.
Hey!
Alright.
Hey!
So now we filled our dish about halfway. It's time to put in the eggs. And I actually do want more potatoes, so I will cut some more potatoes, get these eggs done, because they are not yet peeled. We have our eggs sliced up over here, and we have our pancetta. I'm going to throw these here first. I can just go like that. I left the skin here when I cooked them because I wanted the extra fat, but I don't want the skin in the actual dish, so I'm just going to take them out and then move the pancetta around like such. And so we'll just add in one layer of egg here in the middle. And we'll just throw the rest of them in like so. Just gonna turn this aside now. And with the eggs and pancetta in, we'll just add in the last layer of potatoes. This is just as haphazard as the first time around. Make sure all of the egg gets covered, right? And then every part of this gets covered as well. All these potatoes need to just go in. Oop, I did that the wrong way around, but you know, they're all potatoes. So you really want to make sure you have like it flat. Over here in the corner, it's kind of pushing in a bit. So I'm going to want some more potatoes to fill in over there. There's no such thing as too much potato. I'm going to do something controversial and reuse this bowl. Now it's time to make the filling. So I have our 2 things of sour cream. Oh, that one came out nice. Got the sour cream here. And I'm just going to crack 2 eggs directly into the bowl. 1 and 2. Don't throw out the carton because my egg lady likes it when I bring the cartons back. This is also where we will season so generously with pepper. It's always weird saying pepper first, but that's just what I grabbed. And salt. Lots of salt. Potatoes drink up salt, and more salt is always beneficial when you're making especially this much potato. Then, now with our whisk, break up the egg yolks and slowly try to combine everything together. And now we're just going to pour sour cream filling on top. It's actually very similar to when you did moussaka, right? Yeah, I should have stopped. Try to get all of the mixture out. Move around so we can get mixture 1 to cover all of the top when we haven't already, and get down through the bottom. I mean, if you're looking up at the bottom, you can see that it's getting there. Not all the way, but it won't because of all the potatoes down there, but that's just fine. This now will go into our oven for about 45 to 60 minutes, or until the toothpick goes through easily. And it is now time to serve. This looks amazing. A little bit burnt around the edge, but like that's totally fine. Those are the best parts. I'm just gonna grab my spatula. We'll cut right through. Gonna get a nice little corner point here. Like, look at that. All the steam. I hope you can see that on the camera. Right. A little piece of egg popped out, so we'll just pull it on over here. Alright, now it's time to give this a taste. Let's hope I don't burn my throat like I did last, or whatever other video we did. You can put a list of those where I've burned myself over on the side. Let's get the egg in there too.
Tyler burns his throat counter.
Tyler drops
I
food.
did not burn my throat. I burned my mouth there. But look, this is delicious. I actually didn't get much of like the filling there. Yeah, so the filling kind of like comes together with the egg. That is how it's kind of supposed to go. Right there. That filling is delicious. And I got a little pancetta in there as well. This is phenomenal. Like the perfect accompaniment to anything really. Like last week's ciabatta, this would be perfect for. I don't have much more to say about this. It is as good as it looks, and I hope you make it too and enjoy. So if you liked what you saw, please hit like and subscribe, and don't attack.
I wanna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club.